Seen Kenyans treated to a rant by comedian Eric Omondi over parenting responsibility for journalist Jackie Maribe's child. This has opened a can of worms and a discussion online as Kenyans wonder what to do in such a situation. George Maringa explores.
Comedian Eric Omondi early Tuesday evening penned down a rant on his Instagram page alleging how he has for 7 years now taken responsibility for Jackie Maribe's son. And since then, it has been a topic of discussion, eliciting mixed reactions, even trending online. What should you ideally do if you found yourself in such a situation?
So it was really heartbreaking.
I sought the views of Ivy Kathungo, an advocate specializing with family law at Judy Thongori Law Firm, and Dr. Susan Gitau, a psychologist. What legal options would the two have, or any other persons who found themselves in such a situation? For starters, matters involving children should be handled delicately.
Matters concerning children should not be, matters in the public domain. Because what they say is that it's such a sensitive matter, the sensitivity of the matter, it needs to be accorded the privacy.
If this child gets to know that they are even the cause of your separation, because along the way you discovered this was not my child, sometimes later in life they may not live with this guilt.
The law provides for legal redress for any aggrieved party.
And especially for parents who are doubting paternity and yet they are providing maintenance for these children or this child. So you apply to court. You ask the court to order for a DNA test to confirm paternity.
At the center of it all is a paternity test or DNA whose results, either positive or negative, would have consequences.
Once DNA is confirmed and paternity is positive, then automatically it means you have to take up parental responsibility as an equal parent. The Section 96 or 94, yes, that allows either a parent or a child to apply for what you call extension of parental responsibility. There's a situation where the father is suspecting and he's already, discharging his parental duties. So he could also approach court and, ask the court to, or perhaps he's actually realized that the children are not his, or this child is not his, and he wants to be discharged. So he'll approach court and ask for orders that he be discharged.
When all is said and done, how such an issue is handled has effects on the child or children.
So it could be because the issue was brought up in that venue or in that forum that he felt the need to respond in that forum as well. But usually these are matters that need to be done in a private setting, so that you can protect the identity of the child, protect the dignity of the child and all the parties involved.
I always like to ask adults, if you're in that similar situation as a child, how would you like these parents to behave? Because if we were to pick two parents who are worrying over a child's paternity, there is a reason, and especially in this case, 7 years. What kept us together? Did I say because I simply thought this was my son, or there were other interests that we had in common? What about this other person who keeps a secret for all these years, if that is the truth? What was the reason?
George Maringa, KTN News, Nairobi.
Well, now you know. Shifting focus, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is set to undertake a review of the judiciary's systems and policies, procedures and practices that might lead to corruption. Speaking during the launch of the systems review at the Milimani Law Courts, EACC Chairperson Eliud Wabukala said the exercise will identify possible loopholes that might enable or aid graft, adding that the process is preventive, not investigative. Wabukala pointed